guys, as you all know, it's Miracle always smiling, and today we'll be talking about molestation. Well, molestation, in my own opinion, it's the act of being touched sexually without your consent or without your permission. Molestation is different from rape, but today is molestation we'll be talking about. And also, one thing about molestation is it's a different thing when it's happening between opposite gender, like a boy and a girl. It's a whole different thing, but it's not traumatizing when it's done with same gender. That brings us into our today's topic. So, guys, before today we're talking about molestation. So, before we go into deep into this topic, I want to ask a very quick question. Do you feel boys get molested? The same gender, opposite gender, and do you think they are given enough awareness for this issue? So, in my own opinion, boys get molested, but society has not given them enough awareness for them to come out and say, "Oh, I was molested," because it sounds weird hearing a boy coming to say, "I was raped by a girl." They rape you, and like it's funny, but it's actually like messed with their lives in that particular area. That they didn't want to do it; they were forced to by a female gender, or even the same sex is crazy. And let's not even go to that part. I don't know how the same sex could molest. Anyways, moving on to you guys' opinion. So, what do you guys think? Do you think this thing is real, and do you think society is giving it enough awareness?
For me, I actually feel it's real, but they are fixing this thinking of you be boy,
Yeah.
so you have to gather up yourself and girl no go feel rape you, focus on the girls like all those things like that. So
Yeah.
I actually feel that's why people don't used to talk about it or anything.
That's why boys don't talk about
Yeah.
it. So, my love, what about you?
Okay, well, I also feel it's real. Basically, most people think when it has to do with a guy and a girl, most people think the guy has an upper hand.
Yeah.
So they don't really take it like, okay, it's the girl's, they will not say it's the girl's fault. They will basically say it's the guy's fault.
Yeah.
So that's why most time we don't get to hear stuff like that, stories like that, basically.
It's more on the girls' point of view. Okay, moving on to our next question, which is, do you guys feel like what age do you feel it's more traumatizing to get molested? Like most of us sitting down here has been through one or the other. That's why we're sitting down here today talking about this particular topic. So, for what age do you feel like it's more traumatizing to a person to get molested? All age matters, but what age do you feel is more like it sticks to the head even more? So I'll start from you.
I actually feel it's when you're from all this, let's say from 5, 9, and all those age, because even you can even say 3 years. I'm serious.
Yeah,
3 years.
You go maybe the molest and now come
I'm very serious.
Yeah. So
okay, well, I would say from little age. Well, basically, I don't really have a particular age whereby a person needs to have this traumatizing memory.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, as far as you've discovered yourself, once you discover yourself, I guess that's when you begin to, because most people when they get molested and all, they don't really take it like, okay, it's one big thing. But when you start growing up and you're discovering yourself and everything, most things you don't know, you start knowing them.
Now
then you
many
get to
people think about it again.
molestation and
I feel another thing that it's more painful. I would say it's still a young age, but I feel it's more painful. It's like she said, when you start having this, your brain capacity start developing and the rest. It's not like getting the reality to you that I was introduced to this thing too early. The main point, the most painful part is being introduced to it very early and doing start your concepts, making them fuck up with your mental health and your just making you this I didn't want to do this, I was being forced and everything. So I feel that at a younger age and every other age until you have the brain to know that this thing they are doing is wrong and the rest. So moving on to now, it's time for experience, time for us to get emotional. Anyways, so it's now moving on to experiences. Have you ever been molested by same gender or opposite gender? So I'll start with her first.
Well, I've been molested by an opposite gender, basically. Okay. Well, I was 7.
So
I was 7 when and molestation I experienced lasted for like 7 years.
Wow, that's
5 to 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. And then I had parents whereby they were not really in the house. They're always traveling, if not business, this one, that one, work, and also. And I had this relative that was with us then, although they had their place to stay, but most of the time they come around because we know. And actually, before that age, I was actually exposed at an early stage. Yeah, I was very, very exposed before 7. So there are so many things I had in my head and all before I experienced molestation, basically. So
wait, before you continue, so let me get some straight. Like you're already exposed to certain things that you were not meant to be exposed to at that age.
Yeah, just mental, just mental stuff actually.
Yeah.
Most things I'm not supposed to have known when I was younger. Books I'm not supposed to have read, stuff like that.
So before the molestation happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so
okay. So there's this then, although I had family members then that liked me. Yeah, everybody, I'm smart, I'm this, I'm that. So this relative actually liked me, and I was very, 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 very jovial. And so he then started one certain time. I wanted to go give him his food in the room, and he just called me, sat me down. We were just advising and all. And
let me talk to you. Very good.
I was just advising and all, and okay. I was like, I remember then I was like, all these things are not really new again. Since I had friends basically that were above me, far, far above me, and even age-wise and all. So then they started touching me, and I was like, I didn't really take it serious because I just felt, okay, let me still give this man accolades, give him the respect in it. But it continued like that, touches on sensitive areas and all. And I wasn't scared of telling anyone. Actually, I wasn't scared of telling anybody. Nobody threatened me basically. But my mom trusted this person, so I didn't really wanted to make my mom detach herself from that person because of me. And I know if I had told her, she would have taken it up. But I was just looking at that fact and considering the fact that this man is someone my mom trusts and everything. So why will I want to come in between them and everything? So it continued like that till I was 12. And till I was 12.
That's like a lot of
till I was 12.
emotions to take in.
And then I didn't even know so many things were happening in my life at that period. So I didn't know this is what was actually affecting me. So later on I sat down, I started doing so many things. And then when I discovered that this was what was making me misbehave basically. Because in my house then, I don't talk to my brothers calmly. I don't even talk to my dad. If we communicate, I'm always shouting, I'm always this. And my mom always says like
having this anger like this.
Yeah, my mom always says that like I'm disrespecting him. But she doesn't look for my own view. She does not know. So I talk to my brothers, every other male gender around me. I'm not in school with them. And then in school, I used to be okay. Intellectually, I am actually stable, and I go for competitions, and also then I don't shy away from things basically, but then I lost confidence. Although I did not have this low self-esteem, but I just lost this confidence. I wasn't talking to people the way I used to. I wasn't talking to friends and all like that. So along the line, when I entered into senior secondary school, then I still was like that, basically. I was always to myself. I don't talk to people. I don't talk to opposite sex. Although I had them as friends. But we had limitations to so many things. And I had friends. I actually moved to the right people, basically. So I had friends that helped me come out of my shadow. And this took me 2 years. So later on, after my bike in school, that was when I was able to talk to my aunts about it.
Wait, let's keep the coming out story for our next question. Don't talk our coming out story now. Is this one? Just give us the experience and everything. So I'll be really quick with my own experience. Is that my own was the same gender. I didn't have opposite gender. It was same gender. I was 8. I was saying this story I'm sharing to you. Even my family member does not know, but I think now they're going to find out. And I'm mentally stable enough to actually share the story. So I was 8. I was staying with somebody. Then the cousin in the house went for holiday. She was just feeling I was crying and she was like, tell me if it's painful, if I should stop. Sister, it they pay me, oh yeah, stop. She did not, and it was that I went to a holy girls school. I was being bracketed at the bush for girls. Like it was just everything was just happening in my head that I could for me I didn't know it was something bad. But I knew I was hating boys. I don't like boys. Like at that point in my life, I don't like boys. I did not know it was something very bad. It's growing up, and I said like being exposed to other things and exercise, and I know this particular thing that these people did to me was actually very, very wrong. So, Diva, do you have any story that you want to share?
Okay, mine actually started from, let's say, game or something from hide and seek. Yes.
What are you hiding under the skirt?
It was actually when I was 9 years old, and it was my uncle and stuff like that. And because anytime he comes, he always likes playing with horse and something like that. But I don't know, it's always with me 247. Oh yeah, hide and seek, bros, go hide.
Go hide, make I
come make
you.
we hide for you. And that's the game that my mom don't want us to play. Like she don't like that game at all. But still yet, I used to always play the game. And from that game, when we're hiding at that
and
process,
they stick something.
like all those
they stick something, then they were sticking.
Like it was painful. I could not share to anybody because I was not actually close to anybody that period. I wanted to talk to my mom about it, but I didn't know how she was going to take it, if she was going to.
And sometimes parents are even very funny that when you tell them about this, they'll look like you're the one making up stories. And the rest.
So I could not, because at that point I was even scared of my mom. My dad, like my daddy Unaigovo was fast. Like actually, like he don't want to even hear if I'm the one at fault.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to listen.
That's bad.
So I was like, I don't know what to talk to at that point.
Yeah. So let's move over. Let's make it very quick and snappy. Like just 1 minute. So like how was your coming out? Like what made you come out and the rest? So starting from Divine, how did you come out from it? Just 1 minute.
How did I come out? I started listening to like my mom's word. I stopped playing hide and seek, and I stopped that game with I'm serious. Okay. And any children that is out there that is playing hide and seek,
no play with brother, no play.
Any mama and papa play.
Don't go through that line.
Okay. So like I had this conversation with my friends and everything. So I was actually like, okay, what's there to hide or what's there to like. I didn't actually let it pull me down.
Okay, so your parents and your friends made you feel comfortable enough to actually be able to talk about it. What about you?
Okay, well, I remember when I came out of this whole thing, I and my auntie were having a conversation basically about the opposite gender, and she asked me so many sensitive questions, and that was what not talk bring talk. So that was what made me
come out.
That's what made me come out, and I shared my experience, and she was like, "Wow, this is it." And I told her she was actually the first person I told.
Yeah.
And she was, wow.
Usually after sharing it, you are going to feel so free and
so like, okay, I actually felt I was holding on to something actually.
Yeah.
And that burden was out. Yeah. Although I never thought of it, like I never think of such in my mind basically. But after I talked about it, boom.
Okay. So okay, me coming out, I'll say I've never actually really talked about it with somebody before. None of my family member knows this part of my story or part of my life. So,
nah, they will know.
I'm already coming out open publicly and the rest. But I think what made me come out from it, I had to forgive. I had to let myself know that it happened. I don't have to hold myself back. I didn't say it to anybody. I didn't even talk to friends about anything, but I would just be at the corner. I was always crying and the rest, but I'm just like, it's okay. That happened. Move on. I forgive them. No matter what happened, I forgive them. Everybody should move on with their life and the rest. So now, like I would say, we're about to round up, but little advice, like just a drop. What advice do you give to people who are out there who have been molested or is going through this in particular thing and cannot talk out? And what awareness do you think should be out there for people to let them know, oh, you can talk about it, especially for boys?
Okay. Wow. For those who are going through this particular thing, well, I will say, please, oh, if you have mothers or fathers that trust anybody,
talk to them.
Please talk to them. Because, okay, my parents, they know that I was so smart enough. Even if I had told them, they wouldn't have even said I was cooking up something to bring up to them and all. So, if you have such parents, even if you have parents that don't stay at home, look for someone you can confide in.
Someone you can trust.
Look for someone you can confide in. And also, even if you've gone through this stage and you don't know how to talk, just look for a way of letting things go. If you're a way of letting things
go. My sister, now your heart.
It's actually depressing. Very, very depressing. Very depressing. But look for a way of letting things go. And also to the people who are actually going through same sex molestation and all. Okay. Well, I don't know. All I can say is for you to run.
Run for your life.
Pack your bag, run and everything.
Any little red lights or green lights for such, please run. Run.
Because nobody will listen.
Everybody will feel. Everybody will feel the lady is actually, like they always say, the woman is a weaker vessel. The man is the upper hand. So please run.
Regardless, it comes to Europe. Regardless, as we all said. With love and comfort and being able to forgive, you definitely come out from anything you're going through. And boys, I feel boys should be given enough awareness for this. They should not be looking at them as
to talk,
because they use them too and here. So in generally,
and please be open, always be close to, even if it's not your mom, your dad, be close to anybody.
And please be trustworthy.
Yes.
Don't say your eye they do.
Don't go and tell any.
No way, it's not because your eye they don't give you. You are talking about this one. So anyways, so please introduce yourself.
I'm just Divine.
I'm Kezia.
And as you know, I'm always smiling. Well, this is Young Talks where young people get to express themselves, and this topic is a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed this topic. If you want to share your stories, anything, you can even write it as a note, send it to our Instagram, we'll read it out and everything. So hit that subscribe button, comment, like and follow. See you in our next video. Bye.